Let us see this next question, MCQ question number 37. Actually, this is a theoretical question that we have solved in our board books problem. A parallel plate capacitor has the space between its plates filled by two slabs of thickness d by 2 each and dielectric constant K1 and K2. D is the plate separation of the capacitor. The capacity of the capacitor is so value is given in terms of area and separation and K1 K2. So the arrangement is like this. These are the two plates of a parallel plate capacitor. They are separated by D. A is the area of each plate. Now, this the space between the two plates is filled with two different media. This is thickness D1 is equal to half of D. Thickness D2, it is also half of D. This dielectric constant is K1, this dielectric constant is K2, this capacity is C1, this capacity is C2. Like this. So this medium is having dielectric constant K2. So these are two condensers C1 and C2 and they are in series. So C is equal to new capacity of the capacitor with two media of constant K1 and K2. Therefore, C is equal to total capacity due to series arrangement of C1 and C2. Therefore, 1 upon C is equal to 1 upon Cs is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. Equation 1, where C1 is equal to A K1 epsilon naught upon D1, that is equal to A K1 epsilon naught upon D by 2. So 2 times A K1 epsilon naught upon D. This is equation with capital A. This is equation 1. C2 is equal to A K2 epsilon naught upon D2. या सेकंड कंडेन्सरची कॅपॅसिटी या डॉटेड लाईनच्या इकडे आणि इकडे हे दोन कंडेन्सरांचे सिरीज मध्ये होते. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू A K2 epsilon naught upon D by 2. So that is equal to 2 times A K2 epsilon naught upon D. This is equation 2. So put this value in equation A. We will get the required answer. Put 1 and 2. Put 1 and 2 in equation capital A. Therefore, 1 upon C is equal to 1 upon this C1 is equal to this 2 A epsilon naught upon d K1 plus 1 upon, this is common part, 2a epsilon naught upon d into K2, and therefore this is equal to d upon 2a epsilon naught common into bracket 1 upon K1 plus 1 upon K2. This is 1 upon C. So d upon 2a epsilon naught, and bracket as usual it is LCM K1 into K2, and this numerator is K1 plus K2. Taking this equal, so C is equal to 2a epsilon naught upon d into bracket K1 K2 upon K1 plus K2. So this is the final answer. Therefore, the correct answer is B. The B is correct. So this type of problem we have considered that the space is divided equally thickness wise. When space between two plates is divided thickness wise. थिकनेस वाइज आणि एरिया वाइज अशा दोन केसेस असतात. थिकनेस वाइज मध्ये C1 C2 सिरीज मध्ये येतात आणि एरिया वाइज मध्ये C1 C2 पॅरलल मध्ये येतात. अशा दोन केसेस असतात. तर दोन्ही केसेसचे रिझल्ट आपल्याला देता येतात. So this is the effective capacity. So if we know K1 K2, we can find this value like this. Next. Question number 38. A metallic solid sphere is placed in uniform electric field. The lines of force follow the path as shown in the figure. So there are 4 paths shown, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So which path is correct, that we to give. So here we are to apply the property of the electric lines of force. We know the property of the electric lines of force. Electric lines of force start on positive charge, end on negative charge, like this. They never intersect each other. They do not pass through the conductor. They are always, they start or end normally on the surface of the conductor like this. So what will be this property? So I will show the figure. This is the sphere. Metallic sphere. So the lines are shown like this. Line number 1 is shown like this. This is line number 1. Then I will show line number 2, 2 and 3, 3. Line number 2, line number 3, 3. Line number 3, 3. And line number 4, 4. So these are the 4 lines. So we will explain one by one. Now line number 1. Electric line of force number 1 is not perpendicular to the surface of metal sphere. Therefore, A is wrong. A is wrong. Now, we will consider line number 2 and 3. B and C. Line number 2 and 3 are passing through metal. Therefore, B and C are wrong because electric field and electric lines of force does not exist inside the metal or conductor. So A is wrong, B and C is wrong. Now D is correct. Why? D. Line of force having number 4 is the first not passing through metal. Also, it end normally and this angle is 90 degree. See the figure clearly. End normally and start normally. On the surface of metal sphere at points A and B respectively. So this point is A, this point is B. End normally, this angle is 90 degree, and start normally at point A and B respectively. And D is correct. It follows the properties of electric lines of forces. Lines of forces do not exist inside the metal, inside the conductor. Shape may be any, and it start and end normally from the surface like this, and therefore D is correct. So only by observing the nature of the lines of forces we can give the answer correctly. like this. Same type of questions are asked for magnetic lines of forces. Now, we will add one more quantity. Now, instead of metal sphere, this is a metal sphere. If this metal sphere is replaced by dielectric sphere, medium having dielectric constant K, then what will happen? Through dielectric, electric lines of forces pass. So 1 will be round, 4 will be round. These two lines are passing, but now this angle is not 90 degree. If at point C this angle is 90 degree, if this angle is 90 degree, then out of 2 and 3 will be correct for dielectric. So if the sphere is made of dielectric medium having constant K, then line 1 and 4 are wrong, because electric lines can pass through dielectric. Line 2 is wrong, because it is not perpendicular to the surface of sphere. If line of force 3 and normally at point C and start normally at point D, then it is correct, because it is also passing through dielectric. Therefore, for dielectric sphere, line 3 is the correct. Line 3 is the correct. If it is a metal sphere, then line number 4 is correct. If it is a dielectric sphere, then 3 is correct. ये दोघी केसेस आपल्याला माहिती होईल. Lines of forces are stopped by a conductor, but they can pass through the insulator, dielectric medium. Next, question number 39. ॲक्च्युली MCQच्या काही क्वेश्चनमध्ये बऱ्याच 2-3 चॅप्टरच्या प्रॉपर्टी आपल्याला कंबाईन कराव्या लागतात. आपले काही चॅप्टर शिकवायचे अजून बाकी आहे, पण तरी पण काही प्रॉपर्टी जरा लक्षात ठेवाव्या लागतात. So condenser has one important property that it does not allow to pass through the DC current. कंडेन्सरमधून फक्त अल्टरनेटिंग करंट AC करंट पास होऊ शकतो, DC करंट पास होत नाही. ही एक कंडेन्सरची प्रॉपर्टी आपण इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक इंडक्शनच्या चॅप्टरमध्ये नंतर डिटेलमध्ये प्रूव्ह करणार आहोत. सध्या ती प्रॉपर्टी आपल्याला डायरेक्ट यूज करायची आहे. सो द प्रॉपर्टी वी आर गोइंग टू यूज is like this. So I will read the question. In the given circuit of figure with steady current, the potential drop across the capacitor must be V by 2, V by 3 and 2 times V by 3. तर सर्किटमध्ये दोन ठिकाणी करेक्शन मीन्स वी टू मेक द ॲडिशन करायची आहे आपल्याला. तर ती ॲडिशन याप्रमाणे येईल. सो वी विल मेक द ॲडिशन. So correct circuit diagram is like this. This is the condenser. So this is figure 1. So this is V volt. This is V volt. तर फिगरमध्ये हे V अराउंड गेलेले ॲड करायचे. सो प्लस मायनस दिस इज R ohm. This is 2R ohm. This capacity is C. This is 2 times V plus minus like this. And you have to find VC. What is the potential drop across the condenser? VC is equal to question mark. So this is the problem. So circuit consists of resistances R and 2R ohm, and also it contains the condenser of capacity C like this. So what is the potential difference? Now all this battery will send some current, some charge. They will supply some charge. So now we will use that important property. Since condenser that is capacitor always blocks DC direct current. Therefore, no steady current will pass through condenser C. But it gets charge from DC sources in the circuit, and therefore potential difference of VC is produced across it. VC is equal to question mark. ते करंट जात नाही पण मग पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स का प्रोड्यूस होतो तर त्याचं रिझन हे some charges are separate and due to the charge we know that there is a potential difference between the two plates. Concept of condenser मध्ये आपण हा पार्ट चेक केलेला आहे. Also, so now what to find this VC. Since no current through C, therefore the circuit of figure 1 can be drawn as shown in figure 2. So now I will draw figure 2 separately. So this is the remaining circuit. This is R, this is 2R, this is V, this is 2 times V. या ब्रँडमधून करंट फ्लो होते पण या ब्रँडमध्ये करंट फ्लो होते. Now this potential, this EMF is more than this and therefore the current will flow in this direction. The current flows from higher potential to lower potential. So this current will be denoted by I. Therefore, current I flowing through the circuit is I is equal to 2 times V minus V net potential upon total resistance is R plus 2R V upon 3 times R. So this is the question mark. इथे माइनस का आता तर त्याचे पोलॅरिटी वाला negative are connected to it, positive connected with that. So these two cells are in opposition. Therefore, net EMF in the circuit is E is equal to 2 times V minus V is equal to V. So this value we have used here, 2 times V minus V, and resistances are in series, therefore R plus 2R is equal to 3. So this much current is flowing. So this is equation 1. Now we know the value of I. Now what to find the potential difference? So I will denote these two points by A and B. Now consider the part of the circuit one as shown in figure 3. आपण सर्किटचा फक्त हा एवढा पार्ट यूज करतो. A point negative positive, sorry, this is a condenser. C, this is equal to V plus minus. This is equal to 2R 2 times V. So between point A and B, these two branches are in parallel. This is one branch, this is another branch. So by using properties of parallel arrangement. Parallel arrangement between points between point A and B, we get so equation will be like this: V plus Vc is equal to 2 times V minus I multiplied by 2R. So this current is flowing in I. So there is some potential difference produced across the region. By Ohm's law, it is equal to current multiplied by region I into 2R. So V plus Vc, this total potential difference. V plus Vc, this potential difference is Vc is equal to 2 times V minus 2 times IR. So we have to find Vc. So Vc is equal to 2 times V minus 2 times I into R. So that is equal to V minus 2 times I into R. This is equation second. Put, now we have calculated the value of I. Put 1 in 2. And therefore Vc is equal to V minus 2 times 2 times I की value V upon 3R multiplied by R. So RR cancel. So V upon 2 times V by 3, and therefore this is equal to V by 3. So potential difference across the condenser is equal to this much. Potential difference across the condenser C is equal to V by 3. V by 3. Therefore, correct choice is C. C is correct. ह्या ब्रँडमधून करंट फ्लो होतच नाही, पण कंडेन्सर चार्ज होतोय त्याच्या अक्रॉस पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स म्हणजे हा पहिल्या पॅराग्राफ म्हणून होता. There is no flow of current through the condenser, but it gets charged from the DC sources in the circuit. Therefore, potential difference Vc is produced. So V plus Vc is the total potential difference across the upper branch in between point A and B, and this is equal to this much 2 times V. By sign convention, this potential difference decreases in the direction of the current, and therefore it is minus sign. ते मायनस साइन का घेतलं ते आपण KCL KVL चे साइन कन्व्हेन्शन मध्ये चेक केलेलं आहे. If the current flows in the direction of the loop, then there is a decrease in potential like this. So remember this point. The condenser blocks DC. तर इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक इंडक्शनच्या टॉपिकमध्ये आपण हे नंतर व्हेरीफाय करणार आहोत. Condenser, that is capacity, always block DC means direct current. Therefore, no steady current will pass through the condenser. ह्या ब्रँडमधला करंट 0 आला. So current flows only this outer side branch. We have drawn it separately. Now this voltage is 2V more than this V. Therefore, current always flows from higher potential to V to V. So this is the direction of the flow of the current. And same current will flow because all these are in series. So I is equal to net EMF in the circuit, that is equal to V volt here, and total resistance R and 2R are in series. Therefore the current is V upon 3R, equation 1. इथे आपण साधा ओम्सला यूज केलेला आहे. Now there is no flow of current, but there is a potential difference because condenser gets charged. So we have drawn this part of the circuit only. अपन 3 सर्किट सेपरेट यूज करतो. सो बिटवीन पॉइंट A and B in this branch there is a potential difference V plus Vc, and in the lower branch the potential difference is equal to 2V minus current multiplied by resistance I multiplied by 2R. like this. So these potential differences are equal by the property of the parallel arrangement. So because of property of parallel arrangement, we get this equation, and therefore V comes to be V by 3, or Vc comes to be V by 3. So potential difference across this is equal to V by 3, like this. Last question. Question number 40. If a point charge Q is placed at a point inside the hollow conducting sphere, then which of the following electric lines of force pattern is correct? So I will draw the figure like this. This is a hollow sphere, and at the center this is the plus Q charge. This is a hollow sphere. So by induction process, minus Q charge is produced here and plus Q charge is produced here, and therefore here these are positive charges, here these are negative charges, like this, and therefore lines of forces start from positive, end on negative. Lines of forces start from positive, end on negative. Like this. Now, the outer surface has positive charges. So lines of forces cannot pass through the metal sphere, but due to the induction, these positive charges are induced, and therefore lines of forces will start normally. Like this. So this pattern is correct, therefore B pattern is correct. B is correct. Why? Due to induction, minus Q charge is induced on minus Q charge is induced on inner surface of the sphere. Therefore, lines of force start from point charge plus Q, and lines of forces start from point charge plus Q, and they are radially outward. As shown in the figure. By induction, plus Q charge is induced surface. Therefore, lines of force are radially outward, outside the sphere, Therefore, B is correct. So why B pattern is correct is the reason. Now, in figure A, the outer sphere is not shown, and in figure C, there are no lines shown in the outer, the region outside the sphere. Therefore, C is also wrong. So only B pattern is correct, and it is shown like this. So we have completed the two papers of electrostatic. The first paper, I think test number 17, it was related with electric charges and field properties. The second electrostatic paper is related with electrostatic potential and capacitance. So in our boards, the two chapters are divided, one in 11th standard and other in 12th standard, and in CBSE it is only in 12th standard. So we have seen all these parts. Now this chapter electrostatic end here. We have completed all the question. Next time we will start for the chapter current electricity. In current electricity, KVL, KCL, these are the important laws like this. So next time we will start the chapter current electricity for our NEET and JEE exam. Okay, we will stop here.